Congratulations, 20 years of Fast and Furious. It sounds like easy to say, but wow, oh my God.
I'm with you, Diana. I'm feeling the same thing you are. Oh my God. How? How are we here 2 decades later? Yeah, it's I feel the same way you do.
Exactly, yeah, I get goosebumps,
Yeah.
goosebumps from your reaction.
Me too.
And I want to ask you about that. Is there a thing that you would have done differently? What a question, sorry.
It's a great question. I think, you know what? It's not just a question for me, it's a question for all of us. I guess we all wonder sometimes. I think that's being human. So on one level, I would say part of the reason why I love being a filmmaker and why I love film is because it's an imperfect art. And there's part of me that's a perfectionist. So the chase of perfection and knowing that film is never really perfect. Every great film that you've ever seen in your life, if the writer had another week, if the film crew had another week, if the director had another, they feel like they could have added to it. I always see room for improvement. In fact, one of my favorite things about going to the premiere of Fast and Furious through these last 20 years, always with Pablo next to me, is when we would leave the theater, Pablo would always turn to me and say, you know, Vin, and we would leave the theater with the audience roaring and standing up and applauding. We'd always go to a little quiet place and he'd say, Vin, the best one is still in the can.
Wow.
I mean, so that in some ways is my truth. And at the same time, when you look at life, as you get older and you look at your past, you realize that everything is a fabric of where you are today. Everything was necessary for all of us. Our setbacks, the roles we didn't get, sometimes when you were trying to make a movie and the movie got pushed, or just like this perfect example now, Fast 9 was supposed to come out a year ago. And we did a trailer launch in Miami and it broke all records for a trailer. And it was supposed to come out in May of last year, and then the year happened. And we had to push it beyond a year. But now I look at it and I go, wow, you mean to tell me that Fast 9 is going to boldly open and allow us as a society to return to the theatrical experience. A theatrical experience we don't realize how much we missed as we were watching movies on our phone or on our couch. So my point is, I was upset that we had to push the movie. And yet now, even that makes sense, because when did we ever think we would need a crowd pleaser like we do in 221?
So what would I have done differently? I would have gone out with the cast more. I think I was such a square back in the day. And I was always like, I'm gonna go to sleep early and get my beauty sleep and then wake up and go to set and learn my lines. And I wasn't having any fun. And now looking back, I'm like, dude, I should have gone out more and have more fun with Paul and Vin and Michelle. So that's what I would have done.
I'm always curious to know this. Is there something that you have taken from the set with you? Maybe any cars, any clothes?
I never took cars for a little while. Do you remember the first one? Mia was wearing these jeans that had they had no band. They were like cut off at the waist. Yeah. Those I stole and I wore for a little while because I loved them. I also stole, it's such a strange thing to take, but I took bras because they were really good. Our costume designer, she's been the same costume designer for the whole franchise, so she knows everyone's body really well. And so she bought these perfect bras, and I was like, I'm gonna steal. So I did.
In this movie, you finally reached space. You, the cast, when you get to know that you're going to go there, what do you think? What's your reaction?
I think our reaction was, oh my gosh, is that gonna fly? No pun intended. And then ultimately, because of the tone that Justin hit and because of Chris and Tyrese's sense of humor, I think it was perfect. It was perfectly managed. So it was really good. It was one of my favorite parts of the film.
Thank you so much, Jordana. Nice to meet you. And
Thank you.
Everybody loves the movie. Thank you. Thank you always for your kindness and for being so emotional and honest with us. Thank you so much. Nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you again, Diana. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Vin. Bye-bye.